The year is 1405. The Laham archipelago is living a time of unrest. The war between Saria and Ingatu is raging. The defection of Commodore Henry Morgan led to the assassination of Queen Rada Hingeri. King Henry IV, filled with hatred and pain for the loss of his wife, started to call upon every available sailor to join the war and retaliate against the enemy. In the middle of the archipelago, Aegeus finally declared his independence and now is looking to build a strong nation. On the other side, the end of the War of the Coin left the Republic of Calgary in desperate need, and Fredegar seems willing to help in exchange for territory and resources. But a new religious movement is slowly building inside of this old kingdom, threatening to break it apart. In the south desert nation of Aegyptos, a civil war is threatening the commercial alliance with Obolwa. If the leaders of those oligarchic nations do not put a stop to this madness, there will be no commerce in the future. Welcome. I'm Hunter Storyteller David, and this is Tales of the Forgotten Seas. A brand new show that explores the lives of a group of fantastic characters involving the vicious and complex stories that I created. Are they some swaggering anti-heroes? Strange, fascinating one? Maybe some social revolutionaries? Set sail with us in this fantastic world and discover the true meaning of adventure. Welcome everyone to another episode of Tales of the Forgotten Sea, a brand new role-play game that we are playtesting in front of everyone and try to make an interesting story out of it. And speaking of interesting story, we left our players in a quite distressful situation. After deciding to bring Cervantes away from the entire, I would say, festival, they decided it was time for that pan, the one that they were promising him since day one. A big, nice, flat frying pan on the face. The thing is, Cervantes wasn't completely unprepared. He decided to bring along Anne Lefleur under some kind of controlling spell. And he brings all of them at the shore of the Chatterpond Lake. A fight ensues. And thanks for a couple of very interesting critical, Riska blow out half of his head. And that was nice. Until someone of my players started to notice something a little bit weird. Anne seems to take part of the damage, or worst, seems that Cervantes is sucking energy out of her in order to regenerate those wounds. They don't know exactly what's going on, but you got the gist. And they try to divide them, and everything started to going quite well until the horrible mixed chimera created by Cervantes between an insect and a bear shows up on the scene and literally throw the poor Ember into the water and carve his long mechanical claw in the body of another one. There is a big fight going on. There is also a skeletal snake summoned that is now facing Hazel. And in all of this, one of my players noticed something. Even the Cervantes casted some spell, and even if the beast attacked them, Cervantes never laid a fingers against this team. And last, a song started to be chanted. Under Cervantes' control, Anne started to sing the lullaby. They know it's going to attract Jenny. So what they're going to do next? And we are going to discover it immediately, because Jean, it's your turn.
Excellent. So, is there a way to counter spell, like to counter chant what Anne Flair is doing, like play some reverse music, something like in order to counter what she is trying to do?
I mean, you can do it wherever you want, but the question is how you try to stop or counter someone singing.
Sing louder.
Yeah, I was thinking something like along the lines of like since it's a chant, okay, and it's supposed like with my limited magic knowledge, it's like the creature is supposed to listen to her. So the thing is, Jamie listens to the chanting, and like she comes and whatever. So maybe I can chant something else louder, or like instead of saying Jamie come here, like do something like Jamie go away. Strangers don't come. Perform something like this in order to like instead of chanting something to bring Jamie here, sing something that will keep her at bay.
Yeah, no, you can certainly try. I will remind you that you are face to face with things that is pretty much the size of a bear and is ready to kill you.
Can I get away from it first without dying?
Am I the only one who heard the crow? Okay.
All of a sudden, my little pet decided to to keep us company. Sorry. Please.
So can I get away from the thing, from the large bear thing before trying to do this? Without dying, preferably.
Okay, so getting away from something is not easy, especially because the last time you tried, you got slashed, if I remember correctly.
With Jenny. No, well, the fake Jenny.
The fake Jenny, yes. So, you know that just stepping away without proper, I will say, strategy is a little bit complex.
How can I create a strategy in order to escape without being attacked?
You can try to dodge and do an evasive maneuver that it will involve some acrobacy.
Okay. Will I have an action after that in order to try and counter the song? Or is my whole round going to be gone?
No. Getting away will be, in this case, an active action, so one of the two that you have, and started to try to sing a counter song, it will be the second one. If everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, which never does.
A bit of fate.
So, what should I do? Should I try the acrobatics in order to get away faster, or easier?
Or your dodge if you feel more confident with it.
So it's either one. Okay, I will try dodging because I'm better at dodging acrobatics.
And
so
considering that you're dodging, are you like rolling away, you're jumping on the side and try to dodge?
I'm actually trying to roll away because this thing feels huge, so probably it will be easier to hit upwards instead of downwards. So maybe this. We'll try to stay close to the ground.
Okay, so you duck down and you try to roll on the side to get us away from it. Okay, that will probably create some events in response, but please, go.
Okay. Yay, not sixes. Can anyone give me some kind of dice? Some kind of critical tokens? Does anyone have any?
I don't.
I think I have the last one.
Because I have 14, it's not that bad, but one more would do good.
Yeah, I think
More dice.
Yeah, I don't have any list.
So I had the last one from the previous session, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, should I?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
go
think
for it.
There's an agreement.
Well, it's a 2, but I go up to 16, which is over 15, so usually maybe that will help.
The thing is, in this case, you're fighting against the creature.
So it's an opposing roll.
Is an opposing roll.
I can just hope for the best.
Okay, so you are able to roll away. Do you go closer to the water or more on the left side or more close to Cervantes? I'm trying to understand that because if I remember correctly, last thing that we did was there was some of you was literally flat down on the ground in front of Cervantes. And I thought that was you.
I remember an explosion for sure.
He was down, but then he got up.
Okay, I will say that consider the difficulties of the situation. I will allow you to get away with, but there is going to be a little bit of damage because the creature is slashing and it just the tip of the claw just scratches you on the back for merely 2 damage.
If I remember correctly, the beast was also hit by the explosion, so maybe it wasn't any.
No. I remember that, so don't worry. That is the reason why I'm saying just a couple of damage that you can absorb. So it's probably even 0. But and after
Yes.
that you can move away from the scene.
Well, I am moving more to the side, like far away from it, possible.
Far
Like if I
away.
go to the left,
Okay.
I'm a bit far away. I'm not gonna go like running away. I'm just gonna be like put some distance between myself and the creatures that are attacking.
Okay, the amount of distance that you can put between you and the creature without using any action is listed on
15
your...
feet. 15 feet. 15 feet is good. For me, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so perfect. So you can go and start to try your counter song
Performance.
strategy.
I have no idea if it's gonna
That
go.
will require a performance roll.
Yes, I know. It's gonna go well. Yes, I have a 6. That's good. So I roll again. Another 6. Alright, we're doing this. And the 2. And I have a +2, right? So it's 12 plus 2. 14 plus 2 goes to 16.
Goes to 16. Okay. Your ears are ringing because of the explosion, and everyone else, except for the few lucky that were already in the water, there is a cacophony of sound between she's singing, he's singing, and there is this ring in your ear, and everything is kind of a mess right now. So you are not completely sure if it's working, but definitely distracting. You're trying your best. It's probably going to work. You're not completely sure. You feel confident that it's going to the right direction. At least it's not a song anymore. It's just a messy of sounds. But after you is Cervantes. The right side of this face that Riska literally blow off is almost back to completion now. The bones are started to reassemble themselves. The back of the head started to show a little bit of skin regrowing. The eye is still missing, an empty, hollow socket. But compared to the complete missing part, he is now in a much better condition. He cracked his neck. He kept smiling. It never stopped for the entire round. And he looked in your direction. You are so strongly save a child killer instead of helping me. She did just a great number of you. I'm so sorry. And he turned and say, Ember, do you really think that after you eliminated me, nothing gonna happen to the town?
Well,
It's not your turn yet. And with his last action, he get behind Anne and put both of his hand on her shoulder and starts to softly whisper something in her ear. Riska,
this guy's so creepy.
it's up to you now. Hazel, you're on deck, so be ready.
Kinda considering casually swimming away.
Yeah, you are in the water.
Under the face.
You were running towards Ember just to make sure then, and you were also getting away from the explosion. So,
What are the current distances from everything? Like from me from the shore, everyone from the shore. Am I underwater? Am I on the surface? Like,
no, the water at the moment is up to your knee. It's
Okay, I had
it's
a
a
completely
gradual
different picture in mind.
It's a gradual decrease. It's not like you're just jumping in and the water is already up to your ear. And Ember is probably now 25-30 feet away from the shore, and you are in between that. And the rest of your friends are pretty much on the shore, with the beast. That it didn't act yet, but you know is going to very soon.
How far is Cervantes from me?
I will say 20 feet top in a diagonal line.
I don't know what to do.
Pan to the face.
No, I have 15 health points left. There's no punning. Like, no. I best, like, pun myself and be done with it. No. It's not the time for punning. No, I had a completely different idea in mind where I was in, like, semi-deep water, close to the shore, and Cervantes was close to me. I would just, like, grab his ankles and pull him in. That would have been great.
Yeah, it would be great, but unfortunately, as I described before, the Chatterpond Lake slowly decreases towards the bottom part. It's not like some lake have like you do 3 or 4 step and just vroom. No, in this case, is a steady and gradual the angle.
So I'm gonna stick to the water, if anything, because I have something that might turn in useful from here, because I still have my water bomb with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna stick around and probably just reload.
Okay, so you of course you turn to see what's going on, to see where everyone is, and you started to take out the powder and etc. And you started to slowly reload and such like. I remind you, you can reload 1 bullet at a time for the entire round. And also I will remind you something. If you jump into the water, the gun is fucked. Because the powder will be completely wet. But think about that. You have all the information now. Hazel, you are in a quite a problematic situation. You just, brush off pretty much most of the explosion thanks to your shield and etc. But you are in the front of you. You have this skeletal snake that is literally being summoned thanks to some dark magic, and on your left you have a massive beast that is now standing up after the explosion, and they are going to attack you probably, unless you have some other plan. So please tell me.
Where is Cervantes?
Behind the snake in front of you, probably 10-12 feet behind the snake. And of course,
in front of him there is Anna.
And in front of him there is Anna. They are mostly the same height, so you can see him behind, because of course it's not a wall, but she's definitely in between.
Okay, so if I want to evade the snake and go towards
Them.
Cervantes,
You probably need to go on the right side and be ready for an attack, because this thing is not going to let you pass unless you do something like dodging or acrobatic like your friend Jean just did.
I have acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
I could try that.
Okay.
I could try, but what? I mean, it's right in front of me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to reach Cervantes, so I don't care
Okay.
if it hits me. So I want to go for Cervantes, and I will try to evade the snake.
Okay. So, just to be sure, do you mind, you have your sword out in one hand, and did you got your shield, or you're just, or you when one of your hand is free?
I'm getting my shield for sure.
Okay. So, one of your actions will be to take out the shield and put it in position, just to make sure. And you started to move around, try to keep your shield up. So eventually, if an attack's coming, you are able to parry. And you're going to reach Cervantes. Is still in the movement that you can do with 0 action. So you still have 1 action. But before that, the snake strikes and the gaping mouth try to bite your arms, so you try to parry that. Because you were ready for it, you were waiting for this attack, I will give you a bonus of +2 on the roll.
Thank you. 27.
Okay.
Damn.
The difficulty was 14, so you got a critical.
I
So
rolled 3 6.
yeah. So you weren't just ready. You decided to use your shield to bash away the as a counteract. So, because of your critical, I will allow you to inflict the damage of the shield on the creature by bashing his head away from the attack. The shield, of course, usually shield don't, unless they have a sharp edge, etc. They are mostly for defense. So I will say that instead of allowing, like assign a damage to the creature, to the shield, I will say that the damage that the creature was going to inflict you is bouncing back. So it was only 5 damage, but it just, bashing his face, and the skeleton bits of the snake skull that is flaming with black ichor is now just cracked, and one of his tooth is missing. And now you move around and you get pretty much on Cervantes and Anne's side. So, what was your second and last action of the round?
I am going full on to Cervantes. I don't care if I take Anne with me. I'm going with my shield and I'm going tank.
So you rushing towards them and you pretty much pushing both of them away.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting.
I want to throw them on the ground. Break the connection if I can.
That will probably break the connection, maybe. We'll see. Because he's pushing and etc. and he's literally just you rushing and throwing all of your body against that, I will ask you a muscle power roll. It's probably not going to inflict damage, but if you get to hit and do, a certain and succeed on the roll, you're definitely going to throw away them and probably yourself. If you got a very high roll, you just don't even need to, fall on the ground with them. You're just pushing them like a bull rushing towards the red flag.
She's counting.
Yeah. And she's smiling, so I guess it's a good roll. Ember, you're next. You just throw the bomb, you're just looking what's going on, and you also witness this event.
It's 19.
19. 19.
I will ask when my turn comes.
Okay, unfortunately it's not critical, but you push yourself as much as you could against those two bodies. Of course, the only one that's going to try to resist you is Cervantes itself. But need to beat your 19. And just so you know, as you actually already know because you hugged him a couple of times, Cervantes is a very scrawny, small guy. Strength is not his best. So, rolling 4 dice, let's see if we get at least a 6. With a 13, is not able to resist. So, you rush, lifting your shield, bashing against both of them. Of course, the little resistance stop you for a moment, stop your momentum, but you keep pushing. And both of them just fall on the ground, prone. She literally just fall there, her face in the mud, completely, for her, impossible to move or do something. Cervantes just went down on his knee first, and you just keep pushing and pushing him down. He's tried to resist until now is prone. And you are on top of him, holding with your shield and with your sword ready. But, Amber, what are you doing?
Alright, so if I remember correctly, I had 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I only have 10 left, something like that. I had either 20 or 15, I don't know.
If I remember correctly, you suffer 20 damage in total.
Alright, give me a second.
Yeah, don't worry. For everyone out there, today our Ember suffering a little bit of with his throat and etc. And he decided to play anyway, so a little round of applause for him because he's pushing his effort here.
All right, so I have to get out of the water. My bombs are probably not useful now, so I will take out my pan and I'm gonna hit Cervantes in the face with the pan. Finally.
Okay, so you're going to spend at least one action of your just to move out of the water, and taking out the pan that is usually hanging on your side is not going to consume an action, but at least getting there and try to pan him against in the face, that will take another action. But that will also, you know this, Ember, put you at risk, because next
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, it's
beast
the
is
beast.
going to act.
I want to ask something since our previous session. Where is Sir Quaxley?
Oh, that's a very good question. Sir Quaxalot is on the shore and is now peeking on the ground, minding his own business.
All right. Can I try to command him to also attack Cervantes? Oh, to distract the beast.
Okay, just for
What if
important
something
things.
happens to him?
Sir Quaxley can always go into the water.
True,
The
you don't know if the creature can do the same, but the question is, the information is, if you use your action to command something to your beast, you lose that action. So you now
Yeah,
need to decide what you're going to do.
yeah, I was thinking of doing this instead of the pan plan. I'm getting up. I wanna go. You know what? I'm gonna stay there because I feel protected in the water. Strangely. So I'm gonna stay in the water and I'm gonna command Sir Quaxelot to
To
let it go.
distract
To
the
distract
the creature,
the
try
creatures.
to get into. Okay.
And
So,
I want.
mhm.
I hope I can't convey this to him, but I hope that if things get bad, he can always seek refuge in the water. I don't think this giant mantis thing can swim.
No, you don't know. Let's say cockroach bear in this case, because that's
Well,
the mix of the
neither
creature.
cockroaches nor bears are great swimmers. So
The thing, no, bear are great swimmer, by the way, but that's another story.
they can swim. I wouldn't say great.
The thing is, you need to convince a massive duck to attack a giant bear. So I will say you need the best animal handling role that you can give me right now.
All right.
By the way, your
No.
action, Hazel, stop the song from Anne.
25.
Nice.
Very good, very good. I will not joking. I was looking for a 20 for this.
Nice.
Because you need to convince a creature that is under your care to literally go and fight something that will kill it.
Not fine. Make it chasing.
Yeah.
Take the.
But
take the
technically,
horse
it's
away.
still in a fight situation and is fight or flight kind of response here. So Sir Quackalot, hear your plead and just and it just turn. And he started literally just waddling quite very fast against the creature. Get pretty much at the high of his leg waist and started to pick it. Harshly.
Poor
That
Sir Quaxalot.
That will
No,
not
he can hold himself.
that will not go unnoticed because the creature is quite annoyed by this. And with a strange clicking sound that is a mix between a roar and this tick, 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 raise his paw and just slash against Sir Quackalot. But that saved Hazel to receive those attacks. Because you were his target. Because right now you're on top of his master, pushing him down on the ground, and he's not happy about that. With a big smack, you see Sir Quackalot literally just being thrown against one of the three, and with a boom, goes down on the ground. You're not sure if he's alive or not. But there is this sound that is emitting, that is like a rattle. The creature,
Sir Quaxel is emitting that sound.
the beast, after throwing away this impudent little duck, just turn and take a couple of steps, and it's now is deciding between the most dangerous problematic situation here with Cervantes and the strange singer that is on the right side. And he turned towards and tried to reach Hazel. But in order to do so, he need to use both of his action. Because one was for getting rid of Sir Quacklot and one is to get to you. So now, Hazel, you know that the beast is behind you. So, Jean, what are you doing?
Can I get close to her and drag her away without the beast attacking?
Who do you want to drag away?
Anne.
Anne is on the ground and is... So, to give you an idea. This is Anne. This is Hazel. This is the creature.
Okay,
And between
I'm grabbing
Anne,
Anne far away.
Anne and Hazel, of course, there is Cervantes. And Anne, she's on the ground. So, you can go around, but you forgot something. The snake.
This is the snake. Right, of course there's the snake. And the snake is close to her. Is she in danger from the
It's in
snake?
between you and her.
You know what? I'm killing the snake.
Okay, so...
One problem at a time. Like, facing one problem at a time. Since Cervantes has stopped, since the chanting has stopped, there's no reason for me to continue on singing.
On singing, okay.
So, grab my rapier, ready to attack.
Never left your hand, so it's still there. And you get close and you try to do a couple of slashes against the snake.
Mhm.
Just to remind you guys, this is not a real snake. I mean, what you see is a skeleton of a snake with this blackish ichor that just, dripping out of it, and is almost like a flame that keeping all of this together. So this is probably some kind of summoning spell, but roll me an arcana check.
Can we all roll for this?
If you want, you can. A 6. Okay.
Even me.
You are a little bit busy right now.
Okay.
I mean, oh no, I will squeeze it. Oh, I mean, pushing down the enemy. In the meantime, there is another one behind me, and I want to discuss about the practical of magic here. No.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Rizka, you're rolling as well?
I got a 5.
Oh, you got a 5. Okay. The best roll for now is an 8. For the 6 and the 5, this is a spell. There's a summoning spell. He created something from the ground and etc. That's pretty much it. For the 8, the summoning spell there exists of two kind of them. The one that stay for a little bit, and the one that strikes and go. This is definitely the first one, but it also means that there is a timing before it's going to disappear.
I can't say anything. It's right there.
You need to wait for your turn.
Okay, I'll wait.
You're attacking these things. You can roll me both of the attack. It has the same difficulties of Cervantes. That, just so you know, guys, is 14.
The 9, because out of 7 dice, my best dice is 3.
Okay, so the first
So
attack is a
the-
slash, and you literally cut piece of this dripping ichor that going, that just pluck on the floor and is. But at the moment, you don't think you have actually eaten anything important. With the second one,
I got a 13.
unfortunately, even the second attack, getting closer, you feel you scratch bits of the bone, but not good enough for damaging. I know. It's a difficult adversary.
Really bad dice.
And so, after you, is Cervantes. That is still, now crouching on the ground, and his hand reach for Anna, and with a lot of effort, try to touch her. I will give you, Hazel, an opportunity here.
Yes.
You can't stop him to, because he's you pushing on this side, so the left arm is blocked under your shield, and the right one is reaching for. But of course, you can push all your weight on him in order to make this maneuver much more difficult for him. However, if you do that, you leave your back completely exposed to your enemy. What you wanna do?
I will push my weight against him.
Okay. I was putting the difficulties of these things for him at 10, because you're pushing him down is now 12. The hand is almost touching Anne's shoulder, and all of a sudden you're pushing him down. You see literally his body just being pushed into the mud, and the hand stop, and Cervantes scream, not in pain, in frustration. And there is this moment where you see him being, with this sentence, he's completely honest. I'm not going to ask you to roll any insight. What came out from his mouth hurt you a little bit, because he said, "I thought we were friends. I thought I can trust you." And that brings another action from him, because he wasn't able to do what he wanted. So his head turned almost like a 180 on the spot. Sarpatas has very loose joints, so they can do kind of weird, big, strange movement. Is not, out of the out of the blue. Not 360 like a howl, but and one of his eyes, because the other one is missing, is fixed on you, Hazel. And I need you to roll me a willpower roll against his roll.
Nope, it's a 9. No, it's a 10. Sorry.
The difficulty was 19. Nothing bad happened you physically. You don't feel pain, you don't feel any, nothing seems to rush through your body. Actually, everything seems very good. You have just this urge to sing.
Oh no.
Dick move.
And you keep pushing, and you feel your lips started to spit out words that at the beginning you don't understand. It was like, what I'm saying. And, part of your brain started to realize that you are singing the lullaby with his voice. And
You got possessed.
the eye of Cervantes, the one eye of Cervantes is fixed on you. And for everyone that's seen the scene, there is this almost like the two are almost like fixed in a statue, looking at each other. Hazel's eye started to be green, both of them, on a greenish light that they didn't have before. And she started to open her mouth, and without moving her lips, just the mouth open, you all hear the voice of Cervantes coming out from her mouth, singing the lullaby.
Fun times.
So,
I thought we were friends.
I mean, he didn't do nothing really bad to her. But Riska,
He's trying to kill a city though, but okay.
Friends don't possess friends.
Riska, is up to you now.
Let's talk practicalities. How's my gun? Is it usable or is it not? Because to be honest, I thought it wasn't, because I thought I dove into deep water, and now I realize I probably hurt my face hitting the ground in the water. So
No.
how's the pistol?
I consider this because of the lay of the land. I consider that you were running into the water. You didn't dive into, like just jumping into it. So I will say that is usable. I gave you the information that there was a chance that that is going to be completely useless if you keep going into the water. That was my point.
Gotcha. We said Cervantes 20 feet, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. There is only one
And if
problem here. Is under Hazel. So if you miss...
Kill me, I don't care.
No. Wait. Like, not fully covered by Hazel. Like, there must be something accessible.
There is... Okay, so Hazel, the shield, Cervantes. And she's pushing it down, and the two of them are looking at each other.
Next question: is there anything between me and them?
No, because Anne, it will be Anne, but she's on the ground, unconscious.
Right. Because my plan is, and I'd like to validate with you that I have the actions to do this, but I should be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can move 25 feet with one action. So my idea would be run up to them and blow his head off.
Wow!
So point blank,
Yes,
putting the gun close to his face and just blast it.
yes, or in his face if I can, like as close as it gets.
You can do it. Please.
Let's do it then. Then we can pan what remains of it. So we start off with 3 6s, just so we know. And then a 6, and a 5.
Okay.
And then a 6 and a 4.
So the 40.
So it started with a 6 and a 5. No. So 3 sixes.
No. Triple 6s, then I rolled 6 6 5, then
Jesus.
6 4, and now I rolled another 6 with the
Dude.
it's stupid.
So
And
I
a
count-
1. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
I counted 8. You said 8 6s. You said six,
Something
3
like
sixes.
that.
3
So I
Six
start
plus 2.
I start with 8 dices because the 5 cunning and 3 marksmanship, right?
Mhm.
So out of that I got 3 6s. Out of those exploding 6s I got 6 6 and 5. Then 6 and 4. Then 6 and then 1.
That's 7 6s.
That's a stupid amount, yes.
Yeah.
So
And so 7 6 is a 5, a 4, and a 1.
I think you owe him like 5 tokens.
If I get the chance to slap him with a pan, I'm good.
Okay.
That was stupid though.
so it's bang.
Riska, how you get rid of Cervantes for good? Tell me. How the scene is developing, because
Obviously, Riska had to do this.
you
He's the
get
one.
you get the scene. The stage is yours. Tell me everything.
So I'd like to open with a Trinity Matrix, like dodge this one kind of thing, like to the side of my head.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to pull out the pan and just go like,
So
we're past turn boundaries for that, but the
it's okay. Jean, Hazel, Ember. Hazel, unfortunately, at the moment is just focused on Cervantes' eye. You see the figure of Riska just running out of the water, splashing left and right, holding his gun, just running towards the two of them, getting close to Cervantes' body. Cervantes just get the chance to look him up. His other empty eye, it doesn't have any expression, but the smile that is always on his face dim a little. The click sound of the gun is followed by a blast. The other eyes are no more, and the back of Cervantes' head just explode like a melon.
Nice.
In the same motion, Riska almost drop the gun, then ended up in his holster, just raise the pan and just smash it against what's left of the head. Hazel, you snapping out of this just in time to be blasted by by blood and brain in your face.
What to do? It's the danger, the hazard of the occupation.
The pan plan worked. All hail
I
the pan.
am so fulfilled you have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think in this story, me and Riska are the most fulfilled people. I got my duck, you got your pan. Everything
I'm
was-
never rolling another 6 again in my life, but yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, I think you rolled it was the sheer hatred for Cervantes.
You take a critical token.
Maybe, yeah. I think that was more 6s than the entire campaign, but sure.
You take a critical token, and you and Hazel need to roll me an endurance roll.
What's in his blood now?
No?
We'll go for acid.
A 7?
Okay.
Sixes do not explode here, right?
No.
Okay, so it's 13.
The snake fall. The bone just crash on the ground without any puppeteer controlling them. They are no longer usable. And immediately, a blast from Cervantes' corpse, a blast of magic energy, no any bomb, push both Hazel and Riska away. And you guys see this green energy just emanating from the body in a circular shape and dissipate. Riska, you are being pushed back after your heroic action. You are being pushed back into the water, just landing on with your ass literally at the edge of the shore. But there is no damage. Neither of you suffer any damage. Hazel, you just being pushed back, and you stumble against the creature that is behind you, and you feel like literally like like your back hitting the cockroach insectoid face of the creature that you just stumble as well. And without many ceremonies, it's just push you away with all their strength and rush towards his master. And he drop on the ground. And you see, all of you, the creature tried to move Cervantes' corpse, pushing it. Slowly, gently, waiting a reaction. And if this creature could cry, it probably will. He slowly take the corpse of his master with his massive clawed hand, stand up, and unless you guys stop him, he started to walk away from the scene, leaving you there.
I think we can even. Also, I'm giggling because you made that hero cry.
Always right.
Almost.
The only thing is that can that creature bring back Cervantes? That's my question.
Very good question. Yes.
It's a beast. It doesn't have... You know what? No. Both of you, I should say all of you, roll me a nature check.
10.
Cool. As I said, I'm done for today, probably.
You're done ever.
We closed the
Worth it.
campaign
Worth
for Francesco. He's not gonna play anymore. He gave everything he could.
If someone asks me to go gambling at a casino from now on until the end of my life, I'm just gonna tell Cervantes' story and just don't go.
Yeah, I think that was your all. That was it. You're done with RPGs in general. You rolled your sixes. That's it. You get one. Done.
I rolled in 18.
18 and Jean.
6.
So for the three of you, you're not sure. For you, Hazel, yeah, this is an intelligent beast, but not as intelligent as, Cervantes or maybe a magician or a clerical healer will be. It is a beast. It doesn't have skills of that kind.
But what's gonna happen to that creature now? I mean, they're gonna kill it.
Who?
Maybe it's gonna live free in the wild.
Will?
Okay.
You don't know. The thing is, it's not a natural beast. It's going to be considered a monster, no matter what. And it's definitely not going to be prone to listen to you, because you just killed his master. Actually, there is probably a little certain hate towards your direction right now. But
One could say that.
yeah.
But I thought we were friends.
We're getting out of combat, and I want to know what you guys are doing.
I want to state that I am sad about what happened to Cervantes because I really thought that this guy was a very, very tormented thing. I'm not sure it was a creature.
And I appreciate your sentiment, but let's see what's gonna happen now.
Well, I think all of us are picking up our pieces.
Trying to wake Anne.
I think like 3 out of the 4 of us are in almost critical condition, with the tank being a tank. actually doing her job. That no shade. I'm saying that yes, you're a tank. You obviously you have no damage. I think the rest of us could use a night's sleep
I
Yeah,
have 20 damage, I would like to inform you.
out of.
That's another topic.
Okay.
everyone is wounded. Everyone is tired. Everyone is very, very close to the, hedge of death. But you have also some things to do. First of all, Jean that is rushing towards Anne, and you rolling her because her body was literally in the mud and she was not breathing. And when you do that, you realize something. She's alive, but Cervantes did something on her. On her shoulder, on her neck, you start to see scales, and a big chunk of her hair are now completely white.
Priska, what's going to happen to her?
Cannot say this is your typical. Doesn't look like your typical illness or wound, but we can take her back with us, and while we do a group checkup, we can include her. She doesn't strike me. David, correct me if I'm wrong. As in, like in immediate danger.
That's the thing. Outside, there is no visible wounds. What you can tell, Jean, because you lifted her from the ground, she is very, very, almost too thin. Almost like life is being sucked out of her.
It's not that.
Hmm?
Like she seems fragile. She's
Very
dying.
fragile.
Or...
Dying, you're not sure. Fragile, for sure.
Is this something my alchemical knowledge can help with at least understand, if not resolve?
You can try. You can certainly try, and I will say if you had all of your equipment with you, it would be great. I'm not sure if you have it. Also, I'm not sure if you can, your head is in the right place right now. Also, Ember, you are getting out of the water. You're just try to catch up all your bits and pieces around, and you just like, Sir Quackalot, like just what are you doing?
Yes, I ran to see if Sir Quaxalot is okay, and I will try to use my Beastmaster profession knowledge to help him. I don't know if this is with my feat of the animal lore or the animal companion, but I'll try to do my best.
Okay, so you rush towards Sir Quaxalot. You getting down on your knees. Massive body of this duck is in front of you, and there is a gaping wound on the side. The creature, when he slashed him and he threw it against the trees, inflicted heavy wounds on it. Because the difficulty to hit Sir Quaxalot is not very high, and the creature roll a crit. It's not death, but is at the edge of it. And as soon as you try to move it, you hear this rattle again, and you understand that the sound that is coming out from him is because his lungs are perforated.
Can I ask something?
Absolutely.
I have a spell, I think,
Mm-hmm.
that is called Forest Regen.
Mm-hmm.
Does that heal?
Yes, it's literally kicking regeneration.
Very nice.
And is
Which one do you want me to heal?
Yeah, I was
it,
gonna
it
say
works
that,
it works standard on human and humanoid things, and it works double on animal.
Okay, I'm going for the duck.
yeah, I was gonna say that I scream for help.
Or before we do that, can I do a round of patching, at least with the shits I have? Like, to just stop, like, bleeding? That should help with regen as well.
I think I have the duck. Somebody should help Anna.
Okay, sorry. I said that Anna doesn't have any wounds that are visible. She's dying from the inside. So patching her up won't help. Unless you have a potion or something. I don't know.
I actually do. I still have my regenerative elixir with me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, worth a try. we can forest region Sir Quackalot. We can use the elixir on Anna and just patch the rest of us to begin with. I think someone else that deals with this kind of stuff should be able to help Anna. Someone like, former paladin, maybe, if he's not too busy getting assassinated and stuff.
Well,
Dying, we know that.
So, guys, what are you going to do? I need.
Okay, we have to decide who helps who. Am I going for the duck?
Go for the duck.
But shouldn't I don't know. It feels like maybe elixir for Sir Quackalot. Well, more than that, the curative spell sounds better matched to something that's sounds more like magic related that's affecting Anna, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so I'm going for Anna, you're going for the duck.
Because Sir Quackalot has a mechanical wound, like that's big slash and stuff coming out of big slash. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I understood what you said. Okay, yes, I agree. I agree.
Okay, so you, and I'm pointing at Riska and Ember, need to do me a combined roll. You, to make sure that Sir Quackalot stays still in the meantime, he pour the potion down to his throat, and he doesn't choke on it. So I need an animal handling from you. At the moment, Sir Quackalot is mostly shaken and barely awakened. And on you, I need you to roll me an athletic check.
So it's like we're making duck pate.
Pretty much. You forcing him to drink. Yeah. I hope that Sir Quackalot never heard of this.
All right, that's good because I rolled 1, 1, 2, and then 6, 6, 5.
I have a 4.
You had a 4.
I have a critical token.
Do you want to give it to him?
Is the duck going to die? If the duck is going to die, I'm giving it to him.
I rolled a 24.
You roll 24, you take a critical token, you put Sir Quackalot in the right position, is ready to, and he stays still. So this gives you a bonus on Riska roll, a bonus of +2. So you became a 6. Riska, do you want to also take that critical token or not?
Take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Like for Sir Quackalot, let's do this.
Roll, and if there is a 6, is explode.
It's a 4, so it's a 10 total.
10 total. With some difficulties, especially because you need to calibrate the moment when, of course, that there is the moment of the truth going up and down, just to make sure that everything goes smoothly. It's going to take you good 3 to 5 minutes just to do those operations, because it's not like a humanoid being. You just need to pour it slowly and gently. And you just massaging the neck just to make sure that it goes down. But after that, Sir Quackalot start to slowly getting better. And you see some of the wounds start to gently but very, very slowly closing. Not
I think Riska.
not a very fast pace, but it will be okay in a few hours.
I can't thank you enough. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm sure that was amazing. You can do this. Wait.
No. There is a way to do it. We explain it later. So, please,
Okay.
move on the game.
Muted Pips.
Ah, I'm sure that Sir Quaxalot thanks you too, and I'm glad that you see him as a member of this team.
And on the other side, we have a spell that needs to be casted. It's not a novice spell, it's an adept spell, so the difficulty is already 10. Please,
It's the spell. How do I roll it? With financial cunning?
with willpower.
With willpower, of course. Because I need my willpower. Makes sense.
And you need to call upon the power of nature around you to make sure that the body of this poor woman started to respond, to get better, and etc. So, I want you to roll and tell me how you're doing it.
6 explode, right?
Yes?
Okay, because I barely got an 11.
Okay.
I can give you a dice if you want.
it's already a success. You needed a 10. If you want to go for a token, you need to roll me a 6 and a list of 4 on top of that to get a critical, but I'm not sure if you want to do that. The Forest Regeneration is not a very strong spell, because, of course, it's an adept spell. It's quite low on the scale of the spell that you can have access to. But no, it's not important right now, because it started to do its job. And what are, tell me, the physical and visible things that happened in front of everyone when you started to cast this?
Okay, never thought of that. I'm guessing there is no wrong answer about that. So I feel so frustrated and sad that this person was taking advantage. So I beg with all my power for the nature to help that person, and I hug her, and something like an aura emits around us. I'm imagining.
No, absolutely.
So
What you're saying is what's happening.
So you actually see me very sad, muttering something that you don't understand, and I'm hugging Anna, and we have something like a light around us, like a light blue light.
And you guys also started to see those little firefly started to surround the scene gently, putting everyone a little bit of ease, giving a little bit of a peace. The splashing sound of the water. So it's almost chanting, at the same times of Hazel whispering her magical words. The soft light surround both of them, and you get intense for long 10, 12 seconds, until it is slowly dim, and the firefly started to fly away, surrounding some of you before disappearing into the forest. There is a long silence, interrupted by a small cough. And you, because you are the one that can hear it, Hazel hear Anna muttering some Fradica words. She's awake. Not in danger, but she definitely needs to rest. And she just started to look around. Her eyes goes wide when she see all of you, and she just almost panicking, like trying to understand what's going on. And she started to say something in Fradica that is like, for the two players that can able to understand, it sounds like, no, we need to act. We can't stay here.
I speak.
Please.
Okay, I immediately tell her, calm down. Calm down, in Fradicare, obviously. Calm down, you're safe. Cervantes is no more. You're safe.
Cervantes is not the problem here, she said. It's what they're planning.
He kinda is.
What?
It's what they're planning. For all the time I was under a spell, I was able to hear them. I wasn't able to act, but I was like trapped in my own body. They were talking about their plan. They are...
Them who?
This is happening in Fradiker. Sorry. For you, it's just words.
What plan?
There was this burly guy, this woman with white hair. They were talking about what they're going to do with the mayor. And, I hope it's not too late. And she switched to Ingetirian. And you guys heard now the strong Fradiker accent. Thank you. I'm grateful, but if they go along with the plan, Xing will be hanged.
Who are they?
They're going to make Xing kill the Baroness.
Gonna make Zing kill the Baroness. That's news.
Yeah.
Let's run to the city then, to the town.
And that's what she said. And for the few of you that remember Eleonora, she said Xing and Mary, what she said, Xing still has a part on this to play. And now...
Frame it to Zing that he is king, gonna kill the Baroness.
And Ember, your mind goes to your circus, to your friends. And if the Baroness die and the mayor is incriminated for, there's no more festival. And you guys are going to starve because no one is going to pay you. I know it sounds nihilist and a little bit opportunist, but just so you have all the information.
Who are they?
Oh,
Charles and Eleonora.
Charles and Eleanor.
All right, so we have a new target. I turn to the guys and I say, I think we have a new target.
Yeah, we need to go to the city.
Now
As
that
planned.
Cervantes is out of the question as we wanted, we can approach Eleonora with the aid of Auntie.
The what?
Jenny doesn't leave water.
Does she though?
Yes,
She appears near water.
please. Jenny.
We just be running at the moment, like because the decision was gonna go through with the scene that was gonna be reenacted as we were leaving the town.
Yes, but what if we try to get the Fatwa's help? The only reason we didn't get the help from Jenny, didn't ask Jenny for help, was because Cervantes wanted to bring her in order to trap her. Now, no one can do that. Cervantes knew the spell. Cervantes knew the whole thing. Now Cervantes is no more. I guess.
Just go to the village and assess the situation and see what's going on. If the wards are still up, if there are still the husks around sitting and chanting or doing the thing.
They can
If
do
everything is
they can do something without Cervantes. He was the practitioner of the spell. The husks you can't do a spell in autopilot.
You are not completely expert on this specific spell because it's not a spell that you cast during combat or such thing. It's more like a ritual that take over days and such like. So it's quite high level spell. But before you guys keep doing this, a couple of things. One, when you try to help Anna to get up, she tried to do a couple of steps and she literally fall on her knees. And she just raise her hand and just say, Go without me. I'm too weak. I can't run. And the two of you, because you were the most closest to her, Hazel and Jean, I need you both to roll me a perception roll.
Well,
She is trying her best. She is trying to move and etc. But you know that if she push herself, she's probably going to faint or worse. So instinctively, what's your reaction on that?
I tell her in front of the cabin, sit down, stay here, we'll take care of her.
You see her slowly sitting on, getting close to one of the tree, just pushing herself against it and just slowly sitting down. And like a pile of brick hitting her, she just look away from you and softly say, Jean-Jacques. And she just started to look down and softly sobbing. Because she now realized what's happened to him. But you don't have time to stay. You don't have time for grief. You need to run. And the four of you, at your pace, started to rush into the woods. Branches cutting your face. You are still really, really wounded. So unfortunately, your speed is not the top. But the first thing you notice is the fact that at the edge of town, along the pebbles circle, one of the husks that was there is moving away in a kind of a hazy state, like doesn't know what is going on or what he's doing. And when you guys go over the pebbles, you don't feel that oppressive feelings of the spell as was before. The spell is slowly fading.
Nice.
But not completely yet. But you don't have time for this. You need to rush. You need to find a solution. You go towards the ceremony, the festival. And you hear people laughing and chanting, people screaming, but not in a way that is frightening, and just more like playful. And on your way there, you see some of the people that you know in town and etc. coming towards you and just say, "How high are you?" And you're just gone. Isel, roll me a perception roll.
9.
Is that was Briarlock that you just passed? Your cousin husband? You're not sure. You run. You keep running. You get into the main in front area. There is the gate you need to pass to get into the actual festival area, and you not stop. Mary is just looking at you with a perplexed look, like, what the heck is going on now? You guys are, I remind you, are completely wounded, covered in blood. You have bits of brain just dripping from the side of your face. You are a horrible sight. And it is quite fitting, because it's Shamaine Day, so why not?
Yeah, same old, you know.
And you look around, try to understand where they are, what's going on. And it takes you a few seconds until your eyes are on the stage. And on the stage, there's a play going on. A play that you heard about. And the Baroness is there, dressed almost like a hag. And Zing, with a sword, holding it up, reciting his line. Because at the moment, he's one of the paladin that, few generations ago, slayed the Fatwas away from this land. And there is they reenacting this. There is a lot of claps, cheering, and etc. There is a crowd of people in front of the stage. So, what you guys are going to do?
I am running towards the stage. I'm going to go in between the Zing and the Baroness.
As I said, there is a crowd of people in front of you, so how you approach this? Because if you go through, you need to do that. You need to push people away and accept that there is going to be people reacting, complaining, and such like. But this is what you're going to do.
Doesn't she have brain bits on her face still? I think that's something that can impress a crowd, right?
Yeah, not immediately. Especially because I said it's Shamaine Day. Everyone is dressed up. Everyone has makeup on their face, or children are dressed as Fatwas or creature or heroes of the past. So there is a girl that has a fake slashed throat. So hard to tell who's fake, who's not. But we know what Hazel does. Jean, what are you doing?
Thank you for following Hazel and persuade everyone that what's going to happen is part of the show. What Hazel is going to do is like, oh, part of the show, yes. So this year we're doing something different. So I'm going to follow her the way that she's making, jump on the stage, and act out a bit.
What's happened with your microphone today?
I don't know, it's going very strangely. But
I don't know, nothing really changed.
It's probably Discord having some issue there. But we know what Jean is going to try to do. You are going to try to convince people to let her pass because she's part of the show. That's
right. Yes.
I'm going to ask you some rolls there. The other two, who's gonna go first?
Okay, I want to cast Fumble on the Paladin.
Oh, on Zing. Very good. Yeah, you probably need to reach a certain distance. I'm asking you if you go through following Hazel or if you go on the side. You let me.
I almost climb on her back.
Okay. Another question for you is, where is Sir Quackalot?
I knew that you were gonna ask that. Literally in my head, it was formed the moment you said for you. So I have to turn really quick to Riska and say, can you watch Sir Quaxelot for a bit? I have to make this guy fall.
Oh, so you are dragging him because you were running.
Obviously.
Okay, so he's on your arms at the moment. Yeah. Okay, and you just running with the head of this duck just here. That is, if it was weak, it's now completely unconscious. The dim boom 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 is out. You are. So you turn and just, can you keep holding him and you just throw it to Riska pretty much?
You know what? Yes. I want to be a bit more respectful, but I like your version more.
So, Riska, tell me what you were doing before I tell you what's happened.
Here, have a duck.
I was gonna try and reload my gun just because, that's my personality now. Yes. And I guess I'm dropping everything to catch a duck.
Okay. So, just behind you, following behind, try to reload his gun with holding the pouch of gunpowder, just putting it in and pushing the things in just to make sure that it goes down precisely and etc. Just make sure that everything is in the right place. In all of this, I'm going to ask you a roll for that because it's very difficult because you are running. But all of a sudden you just drop it because here, duck, and you just and you try to grab it. So, in order: Hazel, muscle power; Jean, persuasion; you, your fumble roll; and you're going to roll marksmanship. In this case, just for the reloading, and just so you know, it's quite high.
Still with cunning or
Still
something
with
like
cunning.
agility?
Actually, no, in this case with agility, because you are running and doing things with your hand, try not to drop
Why
everything.
do I say things? Yes.
It's chaos.
17.
Okay.
18 marksmanship.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Very good roll. Lot of. It's 30.
30. Get a critical token right there.
Yes.
39.
39.
We're going head first to the stage.
Okay. So, the following things happens. Hazel just bash a couple of people that she literally tried to push and they just whoo! Left and right. Sauron style in the Lord of the Rings. Like. And after the first couple, you start to say, no, let her pass. It's part of the show. Oh. And everyone like, oh, they do no new things this year. And they just move on the side. When you, Hazel, just rush towards the stage, jump and put yourself in front of Zing that is now reciting his line, just, you vile creature, I'm going to banish you from this land. While softly praying to Talor, you cast your spell. Zing to take a step, and you just, whoa! Flat face on the stage. Riska. 18, and it was exactly what I was looking for to reload your gun. You're very lucky, you're just on point. Success. So you just quickly put there and you drop it, but you know it's loaded. And now you're quickly holding a duck in your arms. Then, lucky for you, is unconscious.
How many ammunitions did I manage to load with that? Just one or two?
One.
Okay.
If it was a critical, you were 2, but 18 was just the right amount I was looking for. Xing put his hand on the stage, tried to raise up, and he started to look around, and he just looked confused. Look at you. His slit, yellowy eyes just looking at you, looking at the Baroness, looking at the people. And he softly says something that you, Hazel, are able to catch. He's like, where am I? Hazel? And the Baroness just, Zing, your next line. Hazel, get out of the stage. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm bending the scene. I'm like, don't worry, Paladin, I will kill the creature. And I'm like, I'm
Okay.
pushing the Baroness. Like,
Okay, you're pushing the Baroness. She just like, oh, and just because of at the beginning, you just push her. It's like, oh, and she just take a couple of steps back and just lie on the floor, and you just like, your power is too much. You hear, and Zing is using the sword to raise itself up, and you look at the sword like. And you hear, like, softly, he said, this is not a prop.
Mhm.
So, in the meantime that this happened, the other three.
Well, I wanted to get up on the stage while, like, when Hazel would do that, and I will, after the scene plays out, I'm gonna address the audience
Mm-hmm.
and say, and this is like close the scene in a way, like, and this is how the story truly went. The power with
Okay.
showcasing the powers of good,
Two
stuff like that.
roll. One,
Oh,
history.
okay.
Two, performance. And in the
Oh,
meantime,
no.
you rolling.
Not deception.
Ember,
Okay, history.
what you, Riska, what you guys are going to do?
I am reassuringly speaking to Sir Quackalot,
Okay.
telling him that we might, after all, actually figure this one out.
Everything
And
will be alright.
with great effort, I'm gonna flex my knees and go, "Ah!" and try to grab my pistol from the ground.
Okay.
I go back to Riska to grab Sir Quaxelot. I did my thing, and now I'm gonna get my duck back.
Okay, the two of you exchange this
think
completely knockout duck at the moment. You were
I thank
talking
him
with
again.
a very, unconscious duck. Okay, by the way, it is pretty much the size of a massive turkey because because Ember is able to ride him. So you were like holding this beast in your arm.
Amazing.
So, how was your roll?
Well, history was a 4,
Okay.
but performance is a 14. With the storytelling, it goes up to 16.
Okay, you stumble upon a couple of mistakes here and there, and you hear from the crowd, "Hey, you skip a part!" or something like this. And you also hear a couple of other people say, "I don't remember the play was going like this last year," and other comments
I'm making sure that they know that's a new reenactment, like a more brave way to show things.
Thanks for your 16. The performance is still good, so they are looking at you like, okay. Not everyone is completely convinced, but
And I'm calling for an applause for the Baroness, for Zink, and Hazel. Like,
the Baroness Niham just take a bow in front of everyone. Everyone cheering. Zing is just still not completely sure. Just raise his hand, and everyone just clapping and cheering. You see on his face is a little bit confused right now.
I'm gonna take him away
And
after
for
that.
Hazel, you got a couple of clapping. People are not completely sure about your part in the show. It's like what she was, and someone's like, she's representing Milas. Oh no, it's Caliber. You.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. Perfect.
She's the help of the gods coming to help the paladin. And it's like, yeah, see, yeah, I can see that. And the thing get to a close, the curtain close, and the three of you, the four of you two, Zing and the Baroness, are behind the scene. And the Baroness just go, what the heck is going on here?
I try to explain as best as I can that Zing was probably possessed and by powers of magic, and he was supposed to kill you with the very real sword that he's carrying.
Very
Without you
real
knowing.
short.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Hear me out here.
Hear me out.
And the Baroness is like, what the heck are you talking about, Xing? And Xing is like, yeah, my liege, I don't know where I am. What's going on here? I was in the field, fighting against the Fatwas.
All this.
Well, to give you the cliff notes, a very, very crazy distant cousin of the Baroness wants to kill her because some time ago they killed their coven.
And both of them turn and look at you.
What?
Yeah.
I look at Hazel too, like, what?
Yeah. I mean, you are outside, so you can't. But
Yeah.
You never told us. Okay, if I were there.
yeah, if you were there. But it's like everyone is like exactly like, what? They don't say nothing. They just look at you with this kind of question mark on their face.
And the scene closes with a black cherry.
And speaking of seeing the close,
Oh no.
Nice.
we are close the session for tonight.
Excellent.
Nice.
And that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks again for watching. Hope you like it. If you do, please hit the like and subscribe. And I see you out there. Just a couple notes. The Tales of the Forgotten Sea game system is not ready yet. We are working on it just to improve it and make it better. One day it will be released, and we all can play it together. Thanks again. Be kind to each other, and see you next time.